Hi guys, how are you doing? What are you up to? Busy with your busy schedule or just relaxing and watching movies? Okay, so as said in my video that I uploaded last night about my introduction and what actually we are going to do here. So we are starting with the very basics like what actually economics is and how we will be dealing with it, what actually you should know. To the students who have already been into it, it's okay, just come, we will have revision. And people who are not even aware what actually economics is, so we will start from the very basics. Starting with the introduction, what economics is. So let's start with the definition. Economic studies the way a society chooses to use its limited resources, which have alternative uses, to produce goods and services, to distribute them among different groups of people. What actually mean there? They actually mean that economics bring together the whole society who chooses the resources that we use, which involves production, distribution, and through which many people are employed in the production process, and many people are involved in purchasing and using it in very simple lame language. And it is divided into various groups of people, which includes study of scarcity, study of people uses resources, study of decision making. These three things that are grouped into, we will be going deep into this once we get there. But for the timing, you have to know what actually economics is. Okay? Coming to the next point, economics is divided into two subparts, which is known as micro and macro. So basically, first let us understand what is microeconomics. Microeconomics is basically the study of the behavior of different individuals and organizations within the economic systems. What do we mean by micro? Micro means very small. Okay, so microeconomics also means the very small part of economics. Small part of the economics are me, you, every individual, every small firms or particular firm that are contributing to our economics. So under economic microeconomics, we get deep into the particular individual or particular organization, how they are dealing into our society. Then microeconomics examines how the individual units, consumer or firm, as said, makes decision as to how to efficiently allocate scarce resources. The focus is completely into a small number, as you can understand what micro means. Micro means small or group of units rather than all the units combined, and therefore it does not explain what is happening in wider economic environment. Understanding? It is just a small part, the very basic individuals or the individual firm that we are going to study under microeconomics. And coming towards what macroeconomics is, macroeconomics means the very big part, large, big. So macroeconomics is the study of economic as a whole rather than individual parts. In micro, what we were doing, we were studying about a particular firm or particular individual person. Yeah, but coming in macroeconomics, we will studying individuals but in a group or the firms as a whole. So under this, we study the behavior of large economic aggregates such as the overall levels of output, total consumptions, total savings, and total investments, and also how these aggregates shift over time. It analyzes the overall economic environment, represents the overall effect of the innumerable decisions made by millions of different consumers and producers. Millions. You understand? Macro means big, large, millions. So collecting all the individuals, all the organizations, and then taking the basic decisions, we get into macroeconomics. You will understand more as we go further. Okay? The basic difference you should know between micro and macro. Microeconomics, as told, it studies the individual. Then coming to its individual, it studies the individual income. But in terms of macro, we study the income of people as a whole, which is in particular term known as national income. Okay. Then in micro analysis, demand and supply of a particular labor like wages of an individual. But coming towards macroeconomics, we analyze the total employment in the economy. Okay, the total employment, how many people are grouped together and working together to achieve the particular objective. Okay, then what microeconomics again saying? Studies individual prices of a particular thing. When we study, it comes under microeconomics. But when we study the overall price level, getting my point, of a particular thing, like for example, if we consider the income or the price of electronic gadgets as a whole, it comes under macroeconomics. But if we study the prices of particularly laptop, it is a small part of electronic gadgets, then it's come under microeconomics. Then in microeconomics, we analyze the demand and supply of a particular good. But in macroeconomics, the aggregate demand and aggregate supply is analyzed. Okay. So I hope I made you clear that what actually economics is, how we are going to deal it. Then economics is divided into two particularly parts, which is known as microeconomics and macroeconomics. We know what is macroeconomics and what is the basic difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. I hope I'm clear to you. If something is missing, if you find that you have a doubt or you want to discuss something, you can obviously comment and I will reply. Okay? Come, watch, share, learn. Bye.